What's going on, guys? My name is TeftyTeft and welcome to another episode of Destiny. I'm continuing my before and after series today with the newly released scout rifle, Fang of Ir Yut. This is one of 4 new legendary primers that can only be obtained by defeating Crota himself on hard mode. Naturally, this weapon has a lot to live up to because the previous raid scout rifle, Vision of Confluence, is a huge favorite in the community. Here's how the weapon plays freshly minted from the raid. Right off the bat, you'll notice that the fire rate and impact is identical to Vision of Confluence. It also comes with arc damage, making it extremely effective against arc shielded enemies and nightfalls with arc burn. It feels great and responsive right out of the box. The stability is decent and the range is 75, making it an excellent medium to long distance scout rifle. Cosmetically, it's got the same stuff going on as the other raid weapons with tacked on bones and green lights, although this weapon is a little less heavy on the bone ornaments. Let's take a look at the main perks. Spray and Play. Increase the reload speed of this weapon when its mag is empty. At first glance, you might have been turned off by the 15 mag size of the scout. It's not small, but if you're used to Vision of Confluence's 19 rounds, then it might be a problem. The reload speed on this weapon is already decent, but with Spray and Play, you can reload your mag in a second and a half. If you reload frequently, you might have to change your playstyle to take advantage of this perk. Target Mark. Enemies hit by this weapon are briefly highlighted. I really thought that this perk was going to be cooler and more like Promethean Vision from Halo 4. It creates a greenish beam of hive light on the target that lasts for about 5 seconds. It cannot be seen through walls, which is a major disappointment. It probably would have been too overpowered for PvP if that were the case. Third Eye. Radar stays active while aiming down sights. I like this perk a lot in a scout rifle, and I think it works best for PvP, but it is also useful in PvE. The scopes range from Red Dot ORS for best stability, True Sight IS for fastest reload speed, strong target acquisition, and Focus Lens FLA5 for max range, penalty to stability. In all honesty, all of these sights perform really well. It comes down to your playstyle and what you prefer. If you like close to medium range encounters, then I'd recommend the True Sight. It locks onto targets really well and gives you a wider field of view. If you prefer more zoom in your sights, then the FLA5 performs excellent and is my personal favorite. I recommend giving each a try and see what you like best. Your preference might be different from PvE to PvP too. Let's talk about the second tier of perks. First, you have high caliber rounds. Oversized rounds will stagger enemies, leaving them reeling, makes weapon a bit harder to handle. For scout rifles, this is an excellent perk for PvE because the enemies will get briefly stunned, allowing you to line up another headshot easily. It'll also stagger bosses once every 5 to 10 shots. For PvP, it'll add more camera shake when you're hit by a bullet. It does make the weapon a little bit harder to handle, but not too much. Perfect Balance gives this weapon increased stability for low recoil. This is my personal favorite choice because I prefer every shot to land as precisely as possible. And then you have Field Scout, just like in Vision of Confluence. For PvE, I think most people are going to opt for this perk. It'll buff your mag to 27 and give you a total of 324 bullets overall. The only problem I have with Field Scout is that it reduces the amount of time Spray and Play gets used, making the perk less effective overall. For PvP, I think the better choice is Perfect Balance because each shot has more riding on it, and less recoil will give you a higher percentage of shots landed. Finally, like all Hive-themed raid weapons, we have the Hive Disruptor perk. This will do 408 damage about once every second or so. You'll notice that this weapon tears through Hive Majors on the Dark Below heroic missions. Let's talk some numbers. Fresh Fang scored 297 body shot and 890 critical shot. Maxed out 331 damage Fang scored 340 body shot and 1019 critical shot. In comparison to Vision of Confluence, its max damage is 300, so it will also score 297 body shot and 890 critical shot. For PvP, this scout rifle handles really well. If you prefer medium range fights coupled with a shotgun, this is an excellent choice. I do think, however, a lot of people will miss the full auto feature of Vision of Confluence, which will get you a slightly faster fire rate in general. All in all though, this is an excellent scout rifle that should be upgraded immediately. Will it replace your Vision of Confluence? I think it'll entirely depend on if you like the perks and you don't mind losing the full auto feature. If you get this weapon in the raid, let me know in the comments what you think about it and if it's going to replace your Vision of Confluence. Alright guys, that about does it for me. I hope you enjoyed this before and after. If you did, please slap that like button and become a subscriber if you're new to my channel. I've got more Destiny content on the way. I also wanted to thank all my new subscribers because I just crossed 5,000 subs. That is amazing. Until next time guys, peace.